And we are live. Welcome back to the channel. It is Chosen Wisdom Football, a channel for the football purists, the critical thinkers, the deep thinkers, the Manchester United fans who like to use their brain. Critical thinking is a must on this channel. So if that is you, then this channel is for you. Welcome to the channel. This is your daily. This is your Manchester United news and headline show. This is what this is. I will give you the latest Manchester United talking points, news, headlines in one space, in one place, in a bite-sized format for you to digest, guys. There's a lot for us to get through. How are you feeling? My first question before we get into the news, before we get into the latest headlines, guys, how are you feeling? Genuinely, how is the mood? After the loss against Everton, we've had a few days to collect our thoughts. We've had a few days to think about where we are as a football club. Think about where we want to be. We've had a few days to gather our feelings, right? Because after the Everton game, believe me, a lot of us lost our minds. I was not happy. I'm pretty sure a lot of you weren't happy. And if you go online, and not just online, just the fan base in general, I can feel something turning. I think the Everton result, and I don't know why, was probably one of the most damning results we've had under Ruben Amorim so far. The Grimsby result, disgraceful. The Tottenham result, absolutely shameless. The whole season last season was an absolute disgrace. But there is something, guys, I think there is something about losing at Old Trafford against 10 men. There's something about that I believe it feels different. For the first time in a long while, people, the fans at Old Trafford booed the team off at the end of the game. They booed the team off, guys, at the end of the game. I mean, personally, the team should have been booed much more often after their performances. The manager, the fact that the fans go to the stadium just to have a good time, just to have a fun time, just to soak in the atmosphere. So they're always going to sing the manager's name, sing the manager's song, regardless of what happens. These guys are pathetic. But maybe, guys, maybe something is turning. So let me know, guys, how you're feeling. Let me know how you've compartmentalized that game. What is your general assessment of that game and Manchester United in general? So let me know. Comment below. We will get into the latest news. As you can see, the thumbnail, and we're going to lead with 12 wins in 12 months. 12 wins in 12 months. We are, under this manager, for the first 12 months, we have averaged in the Premier League 1 win a month. This manager has broken, you know, when Ten Hag was breaking records and Oli was breaking records, Amorim came in and said, hold my beers, plural. It wasn't just one. Amorim had a stack of beers, not just one, and he said, hold my beers. Since he's come to this club, he has broken every record. I believe, guys, and correct me if I'm wrong, people, that is the first time in our history, in the history of the football club, or maybe the Premier League, either way, it's damning. The first time we have lost at Old Trafford against a 10-man team. It's the first time that's ever happened. How many more records negatively does this man need to break? Is my question to you guys. Big up TK in the building. TK says, I was sleeping for 2 days now and just woke up. Had a nightmare that United lost to a lower 10-man club. Glad I'm awake now. This loss against Everton has changed the way I'm approaching this season. I run a channel, and I've always said to the guy TK, all these guys, I need to have a balanced channel. I don't want to be hella negative on this channel, because I don't think negativity is just being negative for the negative sake is a good thing. For you guys are going to switch off and all these things. We know this, right? But I'm struggling, guys, to be positive, man. If you can tell me something to be positive about, I will, and I will sow that positivity. I will throw it at you. The toxic positive. I've done it before every game. I'm hyped up, guys. You know me. So before we get into it, like I said, I hope everyone's good. Comment below. Start a discourse. Let's get through the news. Let's get through what people are saying and what is going on. 12 wins, as you can see on the screen. 12 Premier League wins in 12 months. I don't understand what Ineos are backing here. I always say to you guys, it depends on what you bought into. I think Ineos have bought into this manager. They bought into everything he's saying them. I don't understand why he's still here. It's very, 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 very peculiar. Weird. This is it. He's done worse than every other manager before him. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got sacked for much less than what he's putting us through. Ten Hag got sacked because he lost the first few games and we were sitting in 14th. He wasn't given a chance to redeem himself. He wasn't given a chance. He wasn't given a season. I'm not trying to go back in time, but who knows what would happen if we gave Ten Hag that season? Could he have turned it around, Ten Hag? We will never know the answer to that question. But this manager has done worse than every manager before him who got fired for much less. Something has happened. He has convinced the fan base that the players that we have, even after getting Brandon Boumos and Cunhas, he somehow convinced us that we are rubbish. He's convinced you, and a lot of us, that the players are not good enough. He convinced us that finishing 15th is where we should have finished with the players that we have. And by the end of the season, let's say we finish 10th or 11th or something, I reckon he'll probably convince you guys that the players that we have are 10th and 11th place players. And he has to. He has to convince you that, because that's the only way he can keep his job. If we believe that the players he has are top 4 and he finishes 10th, then he has to lose his job. But his job is to suppress you. That's literally his job. And he has done it, and he is doing it very, very well. So, I don't know, guys. I'm a bit numb to all of these things. But let me know. Let me know what you guys are saying about 12 Premier League wins in 12 months. Because that is absolutely insane to me as a stat. It's not in reading order, is it? Where's the United fans that asked to keep the faith? That is a tweet I thought we were going to speak about first. So, we've been asked to keep the faith. Man United Football Club Twitter, as you can see, they've tweeted this. And they've asked the fans to keep the faith. Of course the fans are going to keep the faith. We are Man United fans. We're not going to stop being Man United fans because we are rubbish. We're always going to support this football club. They know this. So I have faith in the football club. I do not have faith in Ineos. I do not have faith in the Glazers. And I do not have the faith in the manager. But I have faith that this club can get back somehow. They can get back to where they need to be. But right now, the fact that they're backing this manager with their lives, with everything, every time they're coming out saying we fully back him. I don't know, guys. I don't know, but they want us to keep the faith. Are you keeping the faith, people? Give us something to be faithful. Give us something to buy into. 12 wins in 12 months, guys. That's what everyone's talking about. That's what everyone is tweeting. That's the talk of the town right now. So we can sell. Man United will do all the propaganda stuff and do all the interviews and do all the feel good stuff and do more Ruben Amorim interviews. There will be probably 2 more interviews this week about Ruben Amorim. But I keep telling you guys every week, what type of football are we playing? We play route one, boot the ball to the striker, direct football. Stoke FC. We talk about Arsenal being Stoke FC when we just hoof the ball to our striker. We don't know how to play football. We can't keep the ball. We don't know how to transition through our midfield. And when we play against low block teams who sit back, we don't know what to do. This is all on the manager. It's all coaching. It is. It is. So keep the faith, people, says Manchester United. Keep the faith. What else? Let's find out what else people are talking about today. What are the hot topics? This is interesting. Let me quickly bring this to your attention, guys. So many of you might have seen the post-match interview by Ruben Amorim. I purposely did not watch it because I knew he was going to wind me up with his quotes. I knew his quotes were going to piss me off. So I purposely didn't watch it. But this is making the rounds. I don't know what you guys think about this, but let me know as usual, guys. I hope my players fight each other when they lose the ball. Huh? Are you sure? Are you sure you want that? Are you really sure? Because I reckon some of the players would probably want to fight you, bro. And I don't know, how can this manager say, I hope my players fight each other when they lose the ball, when this guy turns away at penalties? This guy, this soft brother who can't watch his team, can't support his team, can't be there with them in their hardest times, is talking about, I hope the players fight each other. Bro, I want you to show fight. I want you to show fight. I want you to show the players something. I want you to lead them. I hope my players fight each other when they lose the ball. I understand what he's trying to say here, in a way. But no. Like the issue I have with Ruben Amorim, yeah? Many issues with Ruben Amorim. But sometimes I go back to thinking about the fact that he, as a player, wasn't a very skillful player. He was a utility player, in my opinion. Don't forget what Ruben Amorim was. He was that midfielder that ran around, kicked people, won the ball, passed it sideways, lots of energy, was everywhere on the pitch. He was that kind of player. And sometimes I think about the players like who become managers and how their managerial styles reflect their playing careers. And the fact that he wasn't a techie midfielder, and the fact that he bypasses the midfield and he plays the football he plays, that sort of kick and run, get the ball to the front very quickly, it kind of resembles his football, how he played football. It kind of does. And the idea that we had to sit there, people, while Manchester United played a home game at Old Trafford against 10 men for the majority of the game, and they played with a back 5 for all of it. When we needed to score a goal, this manager could have easily... Listen, I've said this many times. We play a system that nobody plays in the youth team, nobody plays in the academy, and nobody plays in the reserves. Nobody plays this system. Everyone from the age of 5 to the age of 18, 17 plays 4-3-3. There's not many players that you can actually find specifically for this system. So he has to coach. He has to turn the wingers like Ahmad into wing backs. He has to coach and transform players, because certain players that he wants literally do not exist in modern football. Why are we doing this? Why don't we play a formation, play a system that everyone knows how to play, that we know works for these players, that nobody is confused, every defender knows who they're going to pick up? 4-3-3, make the midfield compact. Why can't we just do that? If we persist with this manager and the way he plays football, we are not going anywhere. We're going to have to sell all the players that we have again, all the defenders we bought for him, all the attackers that we bought for him will probably get sold, and what, another rebuild, and then another rebuild. Why buy a why get a manager who only plays a specific system? Do you know how hard it is to recruit for that sort of manager? This is not going to end well. I don't think it will. And I feel like it's just a matter of time. Let's move on. Let's move on. There we go. Speaking of the system, this is what Ruben Amorim said in the interview. We can say it's a 4-4-2, but 5 minutes later, it's a 4-3-3 or a 3-4-3. I'm open to everything. People think I'm fixated on one idea, but I simply start from a base. That's not true. He's lying to us. This man is a liar. How many times have we sat here while this man has said, I'm not changing, only to say that I will change, then go back to saying in an interview, one thing I'm proud of is the fact that I never had to change my system, and it's proven to be right, while saying, oh, I do 4-4-2 and I do 4-3-3, I change. This guy, with every interview, with every breath, contradicts himself all the time. He changes his mind all the time. We've never seen a 4-4-2 ever. And if he's talking about in the game for 5 minutes, we might be in a 4-4-2 shape, that's not the system. That's just one player moving into a different position for a couple of minutes, right? He is fixated on this system. Against Tottenham, when we needed to score, he continued to play the back five, 3 at the back. Against Everton, when we needed to score, he said, you know what? I'm going to keep I'm going to keep the back 3. I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to put an extra midfielder or an extra attacker on and take off a defender. I'm going to keep the system. He is fixated on this, and he will win or lose by doing this one rigid thing. You have every other manager switching it up all the time. This man will keep doing one thing and lose. There is not one single player that looks really, really good in this system. We spoke a couple of weeks ago about how you believe he's improving De Ligt, and I said, I don't know if De Ligt is improving as a footballer. Maybe what's happening is that some of the defenders might look better because they've got more support. So while the defenders in the back 3 look okay because they've got an extra defender to help them. So of course they're going to, before there was 2, now there's 3. So your job is now easier. So you now look better. But then Bruno and Casemiro, who are now 2 in there, and they used to be 3, they look worse. And Bumo looks worse. Cunha looks worse. Our attackers all look worse. Our wing backs, Ahmad and Dorgu, look worse. The only players that look kind of okay in this system are probably maybe the 3 centre backs. And the only reason why they look okay is because there's more of them to help them out. This system is not, when you come into a football club, why not play a type of football to get the best out of your football players? Isn't that your job, to get the best out of your players. So if you look at your players and you're like, okay, these players suit a 4-3-3 and I can get into top 4. Why not do that? If the system doesn't matter, he claims the system doesn't matter, right? This is how he manipulates all of us and brainwashes us, this manager. He claims the system doesn't matter, yet he's fixated on this system, and he's not playing a system that suits the players better. If the system doesn't really matter, dash away your stupid 3-4-2-1, play a 4-3-3, boom bam, everyone's good. But he won't. He won't. I clearly, guys, as you can tell, I'm still frustrated. I'm still frustrated. And where I was 55% Amorim out, I'm now at least 60%. I'm 60% sure that this man will never, ever get us top 2. He will never win the league. He will never win the league for multiple reasons. One, we're not going to recruit specifically for his system. We're not going to do that. It will take us years and years to get the right players for this quirky, kinky little thing. This system, that it will take us for a long time. I asked you, one of the reasons why I asked you guys, name me the world-class wing backs that will walk into this team that don't play for PSG. Don't give me Mendy and don't give me Hakimi. Where are these players? You guys actually think Semenyo, who plays as a wide forward for Bournemouth, Semenyo, who plays as a wide forward, wants to come to Manchester United to play defence? You think Amad Diallo is happy playing wing back? No. There is no attacking forward, not Semenyo, nobody that wants to go, listen, I want to leave my club where I'm playing as an attacker to go to Man United to play as a defender, on the wing backs. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, big up Shivam. Big up TK in the chat. Let me know, what you guys are saying. I hear you, TK. I hear you, Shivam. My problem with this is this. He is not getting the most out of the players that he has. I don't understand why that is so difficult for anyone to get into their heads. People talking about Ineos backing this manager. Why would I give you more players when it's clear that the players, when I give you players, you don't get the best out of them? Mbumo's not looking that great. He's scoring goals, Mbumo, but he's not looking that great. Cunha hasn't looked that great. Last season, nobody looked good last season under this manager. Nobody. And as much as you guys, everybody, the whole fan base want to hate Garnacho, you guys want to hate Sancho, yeah? They will all finish ahead of us. All the players that you guys, the bomb squad players that you guys wanted out of this club, I'm telling you this now. Chosen Wizdom said this. Just like the season before when Sancho went to Chelsea and finished ahead of us, he stepped up. The season before that, he went to Dortmund. Dortmund went to the Champions League final. He stepped up. Every one of these players that we hate, apparently, that leave, always goes on to bigger and better things. It's only because we are Manchester United fans or we're in our feelings that we're like, oh, no. Aston Villa will probably finish ahead of Man United this season. Just like Chelsea did the season before. Rashford is fine at Barcelona. Payton will do fine at Napoli. Garnacho, Chelsea will finish ahead of us. Garnacho, despite how you guys feel about Garnacho, he's vindicated. He's absolutely vindicated now. All of these players that we hate, these Anthony's, these bum squads, all of them are in a better position and they've gone on to flourish, play for better clubs. They have. And that is why, guys, during the summer, don't forget, people, I said relax about this bomb squad stuff. Relax with the bullying of these players. don't forget, we want a lot of these players out, not because they're not good enough, because they don't fit the manager's system, i.e. like Garnacho, or they're disruptive, maybe like Sancho. Rashford's been there for too long. Anthony, we didn't even give him a chance. And you guys thought these players were rubbish. And like I said, by the end of the season, some of you guys in the chat, some of you guys who pass through Matt Watch's video are going to say Cunha's crap. By the end of the season, you're going to want to sell Cunha. By the end of the season, you're going to want to sell Sesko. By the end of the season, you might even want to sell Bryan Mbeumo. At the beginning of the season, some of you guys wanted to sell Ahmad because you were convinced that they weren't good enough because this manager can't play with them. So the manager and his system makes the players look crap. You guys want to sell all the players. Another rebuild. He's going to keep doing the same thing. This manager's not good enough. Anyway, I can feel that I'm ranting. I can really feel that I'm ranting. So let me get on job. Let me refocus people and get through the headlines, because I want to watch Arsenal get slapped up by Bayern Munich today. So let's move on. Let's see what else has been said about the manager and what the fallout is. And this is what Ruben Amorim has said as well. He said, I feel afraid of returning to this feeling of last season. That is my biggest fear. We need to work together and we need to be better. I don't like the way the manager keeps saying, I feel and I feel and I feel. And bro, this main character syndrome that this manager has, and he's done nothing at this club, and he's already the main character. It's just like, bro, take yourself out of this. Stop talking about yourself and how you feel. I don't care about how you feel. And secondly, I'm not a fan of him putting it out there. I believe the manager talks too much. And some of you guys like the fact that he's honest. And I feel like as a leader, you have a duty to be honest, but while at the same time, manage the press. At the same time, manage your words, create narratives, stop narratives, and all of these things. Your words are powerful, very, very powerful. So you can't just be honest. You can't just come and say, listen, I just had a shit 2 minutes ago. There's certain things you don't say, right? Can we agree? So his honesty, sometimes his emotional honesty it hampers a team. I feel like he's putting it out there that we could return to what we were doing last season. Why even say it? Why even say it? Why even say that I fear that we could slip back into what we were doing last season? Why even say it? And if we do, given the fact we have the best attackers in the league now with Bryan Mbeumo and Cunha, who you going to blame? Apparently we got a whole new attack. Yes, we don't have the new midfield, but we have a whole new attack. So if we finish 15th this year, are you going to blame the new attack? Are you going to blame the fact that we didn't get two midfielders? How many more players do you think Ineos could have got in the summer? Realistically, the guys who want us to buy more, who said he wasn't backed. Do you want us to get 7, 8 players? When have you ever seen Man United spend 400 million and get 8 players? That wasn't ever going to happen. It wasn't. And as much as you want to talk about him being backed, he agreed with the players. He must have sat down with Ineos and said, cool, I'm going to get these attackers. Cool, we're not going to get midfielders. I'm going to stick with He agreed to keep Bruno Fernandes. He wanted to keep Bruno. We could have sold Bruno for £100 million and got another midfielder. He did not want that. So I'm not having anyone be saying, oh, he wasn't backed. This manager is a sickness at Manchester United. He is. He's messed up with loads of people's heads. And he's made people believe in him that you should never have believed in this guy. This manager is a Villas-Boas. He's a Andreas Villas-Boas. Andreas Villas-Boas, if that's how you pronounce his name, was a Portuguese manager who had a very good season or two in Portugal, came to manage Chelsea and was told to F off very quickly because his ideas just couldn't work. This is how we should treat this guy. After the first season, we should have told him to F off and got a new guy in as quickly as possible. But we are stuck. We are stuck, and we are gonna. This is gonna be a disaster. It's gonna get worse. Anyway, let's move on. We've got 9 minutes before the Arsenal game starts. But that all being said, Manchester United are prepared to back Ruben Amorim with another overhaul phase of their squad rebuild. Sense. You overhaul the whole squad to fund the phase. So we overhaul the squad. We know the midfielders like Bruno and Casemiro are Pablo, while at the same time you're telling us you need Casemiro. You just got man's not going anywhere. The three attackers are just not going anywhere. What? I'm not even paying attention. I know about this analysis videos. Those videos I'm talking about tax. So I don't give my opinion. But if I've never liked the fact that Manchester United yes to a measure does not play for winners. I've never and when we talk about Manchester United, the only thing I know that made them 3-3, 4-4-2, but the one that's consistent how to play and lay down the wings. This man came with a system and forever. And I'm a it's crap. This is at me, comes out. So I can't come here. So even though we're there to do the bulk of transfer business. Listen, guys, if we do, I'll be surprised. I'm they're going to do something in January. I know this. Himself. The way that player skip past Bruno and the way that Lenny Euro with that change, I don't know what reason. That's the thing. He's not. And very soon, these guys will start looking at 10 you guys, and then you're gonna start saying they're crap. Yeah. I mean, it's put. Yeah, the stream is a bit. I can see that it's a bit